Even if you struggle with mental health, it doesn't mean you're a bad mom or that you can't be a mom. If you're a parent who thinks you're perfect in every way, please let me know your secret, but most likely you aren't. And frankly, we all make it up as we go with what we've learned from the past, be it good or bad. And just let you know, if you need to hear this, that if you struggle with mental health, you can still be a damn good mom to your child.
Welcome to the Adoption Roadmap Podcast, your go-to guide through the beautiful, complex, and transformative journey of adoption. I'm Rebecca Gruenspan, a single mom through adoption consultant for over a decade, author of the Adoption Roadmap book, and your trusted guide. In each episode, we dive into real experiences, expert insights, and the raw, honest truths that you will need to navigate your journey. Whether you're just beginning, in the thick of it, or well past placement, you'll find support and community here to help you navigate this unique path with confidence and love. Adoption isn't all rainbows and butterflies. It is life-changing and worth every bit of effort. Let's learn, grow, and journey together on the Adoption Roadmap Podcast.
Hola from Cleveland, Ohio, on this beautiful sunny day. Welcome to This Week in Adoption. I decided to do it while I was out walking the dog, enjoying the spring, and watching all the new buds, new flowers. It's my favorite time of year because I get so excited for new growth. So apropos, huh? So apropos. We have a lot of new things going on, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. But, I think it was just like Mental Health Awareness Month, or maybe I'm still in it. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts that talk about it. And so I'm just going to get on that bandwagon for a little bit. I've taken, anytime you give me a quiz, I'll take it. And if it tells me something about myself, I'm in. Like, tell me all my shit. I pretty much know it, but I am someone who, when I do the 5 love languages, I'm like equal parts everything. I had a wonderful podcast guest last week who spoke about somatic healing, and she talked about a saboteur test to find out basically how you sabotage yourself. And I was like equal on all parts. I'm a pleaser, I'm a victim, I'm a restless person. I'm like, okay, I need a lot of work. But it's consistent, I'm also somebody who, when I go get a manicure, it has to be a different color every time. Whereas some people are like, nope, I like the same every time. I am somebody who has struggled with severe anxiety pretty much my whole life. I say severe, it has been severe at times. I have been medicated on and off for as long as I can remember, and much better when I'm on. It became, and mild depression. It became really bad when my son was a toddler or in elementary school years, and I noticed behaviors that did not make me happy, didn't put me in a good light in my own eyes, although I'm sure I wasn't alone. I felt like I was alone. And I bring this up to say that even if you struggle with mental health, it doesn't mean you're a bad mom or that you can't be a mom. I know I'm a great mom in a lot of ways, and I also suck in a lot of ways. We all do. If you're a parent who thinks you're perfect in every way, please let me know your secret, but most likely you aren't. And frankly, we all make it up as we go with what we've learned from the past, be it good or bad. And so I wanted to bring that up. Just let you know, if you need to hear this, that if you struggle with mental health, you can still be a damn good mom to your child. And get the help you need. And if that's medication, that is okay. The other thing I want to say is that if you are on medication and if you are seeing a therapist and you're just starting the adoption process, it is okay also. Half this world is on anxiety or depression meds. You should be honest about it. you want to disclose it, and you will need to ultimately get some paperwork signed from your therapist saying that you are okay enough to be a parent. And my guess is you won't have any problem doing that. All right, so that's one. Two is that in our community, I've brought this up a lot, speaking of mental health, our kids through adoption, deal with mental health issues. I am almost positive, I don't know if I've read this exact stat, but I can probably say it with certainty. Kids through adoption have a much higher risk of mental health issues across the spectrum. It could be anything from ADHD, anxiety, depression, suicidal, learning disabilities, on the spectrum in some way, autistic, cystic fibrosis. I mean, anything, right? Because their lives start with a great loss, whether you believe it or not. It is true. Go read The Primal Wound. And so we need to be in front of that. We need to be aware of it. Don't be that parent who's like, yeah, my kid's fine. My kid doesn't have all the issues that every other adopted kid have with identity or struggle with anything. They're great. They're like any other kid. And they might be, and they are in a lot of ways, and there are some things that they will struggle with that other kids don't. And you cannot live under a bubble thinking that that's not the case. Please don't. So, to that end, number one, we need to be ahead of it. How can we be ahead of it? I'm going to link to one of my very first episodes with a woman named Maureen Dykinga, who talks about early child intervention. If you've just adopted and haven't looked into that, I recommend you look into it. If you can get any therapies now, do it, because it will start the paper trail if and when you need it later. That's number one. Number two, deal with your own shit. Go to therapy, get on medication, do what you need to do, because holy cow, are you going to be triggered throughout your parenting journey? That is for sure. I don't care who you are. You're going to be triggered. So deal with your crap. Pay attention to things that make you uncomfortable about adoption language. You know, are you triggered calling another woman your child's mom, using that word at all? And again, therapy can help with that. And number three, as you're in the thick of it, I am so excited to announce that we are finally beta launching our adoption collective community for adoptive parents to talk about, dig in, support one another, and learn together all of these things that we as adoptive parents will struggle with, will go through, or just need a place to celebrate out loud and not have any guilt about that in community. So the adoption collective, oh my God, I guess I gotta learn how to say it. The adoption collective community has beta launched with the RG Adoption Consulting adoptive parents, of which we have almost 500 families since I began. And soon we will be doing a founders launch. And that founders launch means that you will have an opportunity to get in at the lowest cost that it will ever be. So if you are interested, please let us know and we'll put you on a wait list and make sure that you get all of the info. And the way to do that is by either commenting wherever you're watching, or if you're listening on the podcast, you can email support@rgadoptionconsulting.com. Let us know you're interested in learning more about the Adoption Collective community, and we will make sure that you get all of the information. It'll probably be in June of 2025 when we launch officially. So what is unique about this community? Not only will you be in community with everybody else who gets it where you're at, it's going to be divided by developmental stages so that you can find your people and maybe even find people near you that you can get together with. I can't tell you how much having that person to call or a place to go to get answers when you need it, and it won't be every day, but when you need it, knowing where to go is so important. It's kind of like in business as an entrepreneur. I had a mentor, I had a community I was part of for years and years and years. It was for online marketing. And after a number of years, I decided, well, I don't need to pay for this anymore. And 6 months later, all these questions started coming up. I had a lot of questions and I needed some advice about marketing, and I had nowhere to go. I didn't have that community that I trusted. So I rejoined because it was worth it to me to pay for a place that I knew I could trust for answers when I needed them. So that is this community. The other piece about this particular community is that it will have, inside the community will be experts for different developmental stages, experts for transracial adoption, identity, trauma, disability, anything you can think of that will be in there live teaching, and also just integrated in the community and being able to answer questions. So not only are you getting support from one another, but you're also getting expert guidance and teachings. So I hope if you are an adoptive parent, you probably already know how much support you do need and how much community is essential. And I hope that you'll consider joining our community when we launch it live to the community. Again, if you want to know about it, please email support@rgadoptionconsulting.com or comment below this post wherever you're watching it. You can comment waitlist, you can comment community. We'll make sure that you are in the know when we launch. And if you are an RG Adoption Consulting family, I will see you in there very soon, because as an RG Adoption Consulting family, not only do we support you throughout your adoption journey, but you will now have this post-adoption community support afterwards as well. So thanks for listening. And if you have been enjoying the Adoption Roadmap podcast, if it's been helpful to you at all, which I hope it has been, I am so grateful and so privileged to be able to have the conversations that I do. People are so gracious, and I learn so much every time I have another conversation with somebody, and I hope that you get as much out of it as I do. If you do, please do me a huge favor, and just take 30 seconds to leave a review. It means the world to me to read those, and it also helps other people listen too. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your week. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Adoption Roadmap podcast. If you did, I have a few favors to ask of you. First, please hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. And while you're at it, I'd love to hear your takeaways. Please write a review and let me know what you liked. And if you have a question or a suggestion on what you'd like to hear, I'd love to hear that too. Please shoot me an email at support@rgadoptionconsulting.com and let me know what you'd like to hear about. And if you have a question, I may just answer it online. Thanks again for listening. Tune in every Wednesday and Friday morning for a brand new episode of the Adoption Roadmap podcast. Until next time, bye-bye.